To that breaking information on that possible ICE activity, Haley Kirby went to one of the areas where many of our viewers say they saw the agency. So, Haley, what did we learn?
Well, Rob, many viewers reached out to us today about areas in Evansville where they saw what they believe was ICE. One of those places was Pleasant Ridge Mobile Home Park. Several people in that park shared their opinions with me on the activity. On Tuesday morning, several people who live at the Pleasant Ridge Mobile Home Park say they saw what they believe was ICE.
I believe that they're here in the community today to collect the illegal peoples that are here that aren't supposed to be.
Craig Hammond has lived in the park for 10 years. Ring camera from his home shows a line of cars, including several black SUVs and a silver minivan, enter the complex. About 20 minutes later, those same cars are seen leaving.
And then there's the silver van.
Another man, Jorge Luis Mesa Rivera, lives in the park too and only speaks Spanish. 14 News' Robinson Miles is fluent in the language and helps translate. He says he also believes ICE was in the area.
I believe they're searching for undocumented people to deport them.
To some, they believe undocumented people live in the park and should not.
I'm not 100% sure, but I feel that there are illegals out here. I thought it was a great thing. I hope that they clean this community up, this whole area. I know that it's been a constant problem with them across the United States.
Others say differently.
The only bad thing I find is that working people that are working and are good people, you're challenging them. If they're delinquents that are in gangs, I'm in agreement. I applaud it. But if they're people who are working and are contributing to the country, I think it's bad.
This operation comes as the Trump administration has continued to push for stricter border control, a widely debated topic across the country, with some in agreement.
Them letting all of those major felons come over here, it's wrong. They definitely need to be upping their game on getting them out of here. If you want to be here the right way, that's fine. Absolutely, come the right way. Stop crossing the borders. I mean, it's getting bad. I hope that ISIS really cleans up this community.
And others who feel differently.
I would ask President Trump, and I'm a supporter of his, but to lower his guard a bit. With the undocumented who are good, who aren't delinquents, who are healthy and hardworking, that he takes consideration of those people.
Again, it is not confirmed that any of those vehicles were in fact ICE. We also don't have any ICE arrests confirmed from today. We did reach out to the agency several times and have yet to hear back. Rob.
All right, thank you, Haley. Some now responding to those potential raids. Members of Evansville Resistance and Indivisible Evansville organized a protest at the Winfield K. Denton Federal Building downtown. Our Liz DeSantis is out there now where people are starting to gather. So, Liz, what are you seeing out there right now?
Well, Rob, some people I've spoken with here tell me that they are shaken after local law enforcement reported ICE working here in town today. Now, this has all come together pretty quickly. It's pretty rainy out here, but you can see there's a couple dozen people here gathered out here in the rain in front of the federal building. We have a lot of people come prepared with signs, some of them saying, unless you are Native American, aren't we all immigrants? Others saying Jesus was a migrant. A number of people gathered out here in the rain right now. I'm actually here with one of the protest organizers, Wendy Breadhold, right now. Now, Wendy, what can you tell me? Tell me, why are you all out here right now?
Well, of course, we all learned today that ICE is in the community taking people from dropping their children off at daycare or from driving across town or from restaurants. And, you know, what we know is that these people actually have constitutional rights that are being violated. And it is my belief that if they can be taken, anyone else can. We don't know where they're going. You know, supposedly, according to the local newspaper, it's murky what's becoming of these people. There were a dozen people taken by ICE this year yet before this raid today, and one of them is just completely missing. Nobody even can say where he is, and so it didn't feel right to stay home with my privilege of citizenship and of whiteness and, you know, middle class and all of that, and just go about my day. And I'm so glad, clearly a lot of people felt the same way and felt we're coming out in the rain, we're coming out if it's storming, we're coming out because we have to defend people in our community, to defend our neighbors, and to defend the Constitution.
Now, Wendy, I know a couple groups came together to make this possible in the last couple hours here. What's the message you want out there today?
Defend the Constitution. You know, we've got a petition going right now. Over 500 people have signed a petition asking our Congressman, Mark Mesmer, who we all know is missing and who won't listen to us, to prevent this very thing from happening. And it's growing, and people are worried. They're worried, you know, they're worried for their neighbors, and they're also worried about themselves, because we know that this president has said he wants to send homegrowns to El Salvador. He's asked the president of El Salvador to build a bigger prison, and there may be people from this community that are on their way right now, and it's violating their rights. They have rights. The Fifth Amendment to the Constitution says every person has the right to due process. Not every citizen, every person. And if they can take their rights, they can take anyone's rights.
Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate it. And you know, as we've been out here, we've already seen some people honk their horns. We'll have a full wrap up for you tonight ahead on 14 News at 10. For now, reporting live in Evansville, Liz DeSantis, 14 News.